Huh? Oh, hey. Hi. Just figured I'd update you guys since I put up all those interesting videos so far on my progress. They're not exactly in order, but oh well. And not exactly in order, and the quality's not exactly, well, lighting could be better. I mean, it's a little bluish, but whatever. Anyhow, oops, wrong way. There it is right there. And I'll explain a few things. Alright. Shall we get the show on the road, folks? Now, I had to do a little bit of improvise, because I just did what I felt was right with the costume. So, I'm just going to try and get in a little bit. The arm guard is right here. I did a pretty good... John had helped me with a few things that would have worked. So, I did a combination of his idea and including the idea I was recommended by one of my mentors, someone at... Nathan DeLuca. He does a badass Caden portrayal. I think there was somebody else who does a pretty good job, but anyway, but he's the only one I know by name. He was just lives in Halifax, a nice guy, really good at painting and stuff like that. Speaking of that, I think I got the prop that I sent him that he painted around here somewhere. Where is it? Don't tell me it's right smack dab on the bottom. And yes, here we go. This was actually a water gun that I found for, like less than $5. And I sent it to him, and sure, it was a little bit more, quite a lot, but actually, no, I don't think so. Reasonable. And this actually looks pretty badass. Yeah, so the reaction I gave that it was like, oh my god, this is so damn awesome. And the fact that I had the costume on and like wouldn't ditch the Nerf gun that I had painted, that I painted back in the day, and I'm like, I'm using this. Later on, he told me that my reaction was probably one of the best, and I'm like, yeah, damn right. So, I will explain a little bit more on the costume. I had to improvise for legs as well. I might have to redo... Let's see here. I need to refix this one, because it didn't exactly mold... I didn't exactly get it right. But the funny thing is, this is the right leg. But the thing is, I got it right on the first shot with the left leg, so yeah. But what I did wrong was I got mixed up with my straps. And then I found the strap that I was looking for when I got home. So what I did differently was, instead of gluing it into the base, I had made actually little areas that you can actually thread the straps through, which I glued inside. So these ones the straps I managed to get right over at the Great Dollar Store. Now, it's hard to find ones that are smaller, because they don't always have them, so you gotta keep an eye out, and once you see them, you gotta get them right away. But, anyway, as for the strap and the little, belt loops, I'll call them, I ended up having one interesting snag with the, leg armor, which happened during the convention, so I need to squeeze this out. Come on. Oh. This belt I actually found at Frenchie's, and I'm like, oh, this would look so badass with my Shepherd cosplay. And it was. I had to actually make another belt loop right on this, because it broke off. And basically the smaller foam that I used for the legs and for everything else wasn't strong enough for the belt area because it kind of broke off, and I'm like, oh shit. Luckily what I did was I had brought a few like scraps of material of foam to bring with me to the convention, and of course I didn't stop tweaking at it until I was satisfied, not only with the legs but also with the strapping up here. So, what happened was, I had the shoulders slightly off. I mean, not slightly off, but pretty well off anyway. Because I had to adjust them in order to get my picture taken up correctly. Now, you can notice that there's one right there and one not right there. This one wasn't exactly aligned right, so I'm gonna have to, like I said, fix that. So, like I said, but, so far, it actually went pretty good. I improvised for right here. Basically what I did was I pretty much took a ruler and I got this drawn out on a full sheet of foam, just the regular craft foam, and then I just pretty much like drew mostly areas, just using like bowls and the plates to get the curve right. So that's what I did there. I had to actually add a little extra piece right here just to make sure that it was all perfectly, that it looked right. Sure, it's not perfect, but at least with the convention, it pretty much weathered my suit, it weathered the armor. Just slip that up there. Let me think here. Slipping this through is not going to be easy. Yeah, the belt is pretty cool. I loved it so much that I'm like, yeah, you know, Shepard, you can actually make her customize her armor in any way you want, and it'll still be her. And as long as you put on the N7s, as long as you have the N7 symbol right on the armor, this is actually a patch that my best friend had gave me back in the day, which was nice. But I also had patches too that I got, and so I chose hers over the ones I bought. That way, I just felt that it was fitting, considering I've helped her for so much, and she's helped me for a little bit on this too, and I actually taught her quite a bit on how to actually do this herself. Just need to adjust this a little bit more, and I think I'm out of slack. It's not the first time that happened, but yeah, Jonathan, actually, my fiance, actually helped me out with a little bit of stuff on basically just reheating the foam just to get it to lie right on me, considering basically what happened was I had it on the wrong setting for quite a while, and I didn't realize the differences between the two. So John pretty much straightened that out. Thank God for him. The back, I actually took, the idea was from my best friend. Basically what it was, I took the pattern that I had, I cut out this part right here and used it as a stencil. And I placed placed it on top of the foam and used my X-Acto knife to carve out each and every single piece, and I numbered them that way, and I placed it right over on top of this so I could make sure I didn't lose count, because I almost did somewheres. Let me see, where was it? I almost screwed up somewheres, but I just can't really remember. But as of now, looking at this, I might have to move some of these down, move these down, because this is supposed to be right there, and that's kind of resting right on my ass. So I'd rather have this strap somewhere where that's not anything like this, like any of the other details there. So I'm thinking of also adding another one right up here, just slightly larger, and probably just making these ones down here a little bit, or not. But one thing I found that was kind of funny was, like, I feel like I'm making a whole bunch of bat symbols to put on my tush, so to speak. up front, I had to improvise all over again because once I had it on from the stencil that I had from earlier that I had drawn, all the pieces weren't exactly going to fit quite right. So I kept on working on it until it fitted perfectly. So yeah, sure, it's not exactly perfect, but hey, I like it. It fits right, and just needs probably a touch up with paint and a little bit of more weathering, or maybe. Well, actually, more like a sealing coat. Basically, Nathan recommended Hodgepodge and something kind of Flex Bond. I'm not entirely sure. And no, I'm not going to be doing any cool lights because I am not an electrician. I'm not that good. I mean, I am no electrician in the family, but to do that and cost something to involves that in costuming, that's beyond my ability. So yeah. But yeah, everything went up perfectly well. I mean, even right here, I mean, what happened was I wanted to keep, as I took the tape off, it took some of the tape, the tapes took some of the colors off, and I'm like, I like that look, and my best friend was touching it up, and I'm like, what are you trying to do? Make it look like it just came out of the factory? And she said yes. And I'm like, okay. I just went along with it. I mean, I'll probably just make it look a little more weathered later on, but like I said, I just went along with what she said, so I'm the type of person, I don't want to fight. Unless I have to. I just don't want to fight my friends and stuff like that. And, let's just, well, I'm still satisfied with how it looks anyway, so, yeah. The jacket it's on top was a jacket that I just kind of colorized. You probably was remembering a video like a little while ago, but yeah, that's my so far. Yeah, the boobs. My dad made a bit of a joke about that. He said they weren't big enough. I'm like, oh, great. Gee, thank you, Dad. I'm like, God damn it, Dad. Oh dear. Right in the back of my head, I was thinking that. I mean, I was going to tell that to my friends in Halcon, but and I decided to leave that for here. It's not like it's a big deal. I mean, I realized that I should have maybe worn it another day or so, but I was quite satisfied, and it was already packed, so by then it was already too late, and I'm like, oh, shit. Day 2 of Halcon, things didn't exactly go as planned, so I just, like I said, I wore my shirt here, I wore my jacket that goes with it, enjoyed the con some. Like I said, nothing exactly went according to plan, and, 1 was partly my own fault, and 2, a little, rip up. My Tomb Raider pants kind of ripped on their own. Somewhere's embarrassing, and I'm like, ah, shit! That wasn't fun, as you can imagine. So, I was actually willing to actually wear it, and everyone was like, no, I don't want anyone looking that closely at your ass. And I'm like, okay, fine. At least everyone had a laugh out of it. Even me. I mean, sometimes when I get embarrassed, I laugh. Because it's just so damn funny. I mean, I'm glad I'm a good sport and all that. But, yeah, next year I'll definitely wear it again. And, with pride. Because I worked my ass off on it. And, that's pretty much that. So, yeah, always wanted to display this like samurai armor. Anyhow, I guess that's enough for now. I will work on the rest of the details, basically right around back here. Just getting some of the other details right in the back. I decided to scrap that for the time being. Yeah. So that's pretty much it. I don't know if I should touch some parts up with paint. It's just that even though they were touched up with acrylic, it doesn't. It just looks like it's been weathered. It looks a little. I don't know. Maybe once I put a clear coat on it, it might look better. I just don't know right now. I'm not quite sure just yet as of now. Yeah, maybe a few more touch-ups and it should be all right. So yeah, that's my Fem Shep for now. But like I said, I pretty much had to touch up on the straps right up here a lot just to make sure everything kind of worked out right. I still may need to fix this a smidge more, but maybe what I'll do is just yeah, that's barely hanging on. Well, anyhow, I might as well end it as is. And see y'all later. Bye.